कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा कर्म फल हेतुर्भुः मा ते संगोऽस्त्व कर्मणि. So Lord Krishna says to Arjuna, Karmani evate adhikaraha. Here Arjuna, it is your adhikara, responsibility to perform karma, perform your duty. Meaning that you cannot lay down your bow and arrow, you cannot become inactive, you cannot give up your responsibility, you have to take responsibility. In every situation, perform your duty. What is responsibility? Performing the duty, meaning doing what is the right thing to do in a given situation. In case of Arjuna, it happens to be fighting this battle. So Lord Krishna says, Tasmat yudhyasva bharata. Therefore, here Arjuna, therefore, yudhyasva, fight, meaning perform your duty. In so doing, ma phaleshu kadachana. When you perform your duty, in this case it is fighting the battle. Ma phaleshu adhikaraha. You do not have any responsibility as far as the phalam or the outcome is concerned. So Lord Krishna here draws a line of responsibility. What is our responsibility? It is in performing the duty, doing what is the right thing to do, giving the right response to a given situation. That is our duty, regardless of what it costs. Because doing right is not always easy. Maybe we have to pay a price very often. So Arjuna, be ready to pay the price for performing duty, for doing what is right. Ma phaleshu kadachana. But do not take responsibility for phalam or the outcome. So if you want to judge yourself based on what you do, your effort, but do not judge yourself based on the outcome. Let the outcome be whatever it is, you are not responsible for outcome. Meaning that outcome can be success or failure. Understand, you are not successful or you are not failure. That is called not taking responsibility for the outcome, meaning not judging ourselves based on the outcome. So far, self-judgment is there. Ignorance is there. Kartrutva, doership also is there. And we respect that doership. The doership is respected by doing what is the right thing to do. And whatever be the cost. Swadharme nidhanam sheyah paradharmo bhayavah. Later on, Lord Krishna will say that Swadharme, in performing your duty, nidhanam sheyah. If it means that you have to give up your life, sheyah, that is better. Paradharmo bhayavaha. Paradharma. In this case, not responding to the situation. Remaining idle, inactive. Bhayavaha is in fact bringing more fear than even sacrificing your life. Because hatova prapsasi swargam. Here in case by fighting this battle, you lose your life, then also the gain is even greater. Prapsasi swargam, you will gain heaven. Jitvava mokshase mahim. And if you win the battle, well, you will enjoy the power, kingdom of the whole earth. So both ways, whether the result is death or life. Not success or failure, whatever the result is. There is always, as long as you do what is right, there is always gain and never loss. So this is the lesson that Lord Krishna gives to Arjuna. Because he has laid down his bow and arrow and declaring that I will not fight the battle. Because he is not willing to pay the price for performing the duty. What's the price here? Price is maybe the life of all the near and dear ones, that may be the price. And Arjuna is not willing to pay the price. He wants to avoid the pain. He wants to take the easy way out. Because doing right very often is painful. And there is glaringly clear in the case of Arjuna what pain is going to bring about performing his duty. But not performing duty is much worse than this. And therefore, accept the pain. So this will be called virtuous pain. The pain that comes by doing what is the right thing to do is a pain that is purifying the pain, that purifies the mind. Because Arjuna, pain will come anyway. If you avoid the pain right now, pain will catch up with you because that is a parartha. Pain is part of the life of human being and therefore you cannot escape it. Therefore, if you accept the pain in doing what is right, that pain will be a blessing, meaning that it will bring out inner purification, bring about your inner growth, bring about the success or happiness. So, fundamental lesson that Lord Krishna gives to everybody. The importance of performing duty, importance of doing what is right, importance of doing, number one, doing what is right, and also the willingness to accept whatever price it requires to be paid. Because paying that price is only going to mold you, meaning that it will remove the covering around your wholeness and completeness and will bring to manifestation your true nature, which is wholeness. And so, then Lord Krishna continues. Next one. So while now you perform the duty, what should be the attitude? So Lord Krishna teaches the attitude. Let us read this verse. Yogastha kuru karmani Sangam tyaktva dhananjaya Siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva Samatvam yoga uchyate. Yogastha karmani kuru. When now you perform the duty, yogastha. Stha means abiding in yoga. What is yoga? Yoga is the right attitude. So while you perform a duty also, may you have the right attitude. That attitude is called yoga here. What is yoga? Lord Krishna himself defines what yoga is. The second line is verse Lord Krishna says, Siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. So first Lord Krishna says that when you perform your duty, then also may you in your mind have the attitude of yoga, which is called samatvam, the sameness of the mind. What is meant by sameness of the mind? Siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva. Siddhi means success, asiddhi means failure. Samo bhutva, may you be equally willing to accept success or failure. What is meant by looking upon success and failure is equal. Being even-minded in success and failure is here to be equally ready to accept success or failure, whatever the outcome is. Because the earlier verse said, Ma phaleshu kadarshana, you do not take responsibility for phala or the outcome. What does it mean? It means that be willing to accept gracefully What is meant by graceful acceptance? Not judging yourself. So therefore, without judging yourself, siddhya siddhyo, siddhi means success, asiddhi means failure. So whatever the outcome is, gracefully accept it. And we cannot accept something gracefully when we judge ourselves. When we judge ourselves as successful, then also is not graceful acceptance. And when we judge ourselves failure, also not graceful acceptance. Because both of these judgments, whether I am successful or failure, will create a reaction. When I am successful, I congratulate myself. I take the credit for what happened. And thus, I get elated. I become proud. On the other hand, when both are reactions, and therefore, it's a non-reacting mind. So, accept. Our Swamiji explained this as prasada buddhi. Take it as prasada, success and failure. Whatever comes to you, may you accept it as the grace of Ishvara. What do you mean grace, Swamiji? Failure is not grace. Success can be called grace. Failure cannot be called grace. Can it be? On one hand, you are given slap. This is grace of Ishvara. But this is called Shraddha. So this is where bhakti or the devotion comes. This is possible only when we are a bhakta or devotee of the Lord. Because devotee has implicit faith in Ishvara. That he is my well-wisher, and therefore whatever he does for my well-being. This is the Shraddha or the faith. It is because of this trust, the implicit trust that a devotee has in Ishvara, that he is able to accept whatever comes. So-called punishment comes, you know there is a reason for it. And reward comes, there is a reason. What is punishment? Punishment is like a sculptor sculpting a stone. And this fellow, this sculptor, punishes the stone. How does he do that? With his chisel and hammer, he hits at the stone. What a punishment, is it not so? If the stone is Shraddha, that this is for my well-being, then he will subject himself to this kind of strokes. If you and I were there, we'll just turn away, and then you'll get broken down. Either you get formed or you get broken down. Strokes will come. There's no choice. And therefore, with the Shraddha, the faith or the trust that the devotee has, he knows that even this slap that comes to me, or it's a hammer, chisel comes to me, is also for my growth, for bringing out the true nature of myself. So this is called siddhya siddhyo samatvam yo uchare, this attitude which arises from the bhakti and the shraddha that the devotee has for the Lord, which enables him to give all the benefit of doubt to Ishvara and gracefully or pleasantly, happily accept whatever outcome is called samatvam. So this is what is meant by mahaphaleshu kadachana. When Lord Krishna says that you do not have the adhikara, do not judge yourself by outcome, it means that maintain this attitude of shraddha and bhakti towards Ishvara, whatever comes. And so here important thing is, yogastha kuru karmani, when you perform the karma, then also you have the yogastha. That Shankaracharya explains the yogastha means Ishvararma buddhya. So perform your action as an offering to Ishvara. And when the outcome comes, accept that as the prasada of Ishvara. So bringing Ishvara into our life, this is how we bring it. What is important is not karma. Nothing is important. Ishvara into our life is important. And thus, when an action or duty is performed as an offering to Ishvara, he is in your mind. When the outcome is accepted also as his prasada, again Ishvara is in mind. And this is how we bring Ishvara into, or We give Ishvara an opportunity to come into our life. We keep him away. But we give Ishvara an opportunity to do his job. And sometimes when he does his job, it may not be that easy understandable. Like, you know, the story of Mahabali. This Lord Narayana goes to Mahabali as a dwarf, as a Vamana, as a brahmachari. And he enters the court of Mahabali. And the very glow emanating from this Vamana, everybody just rises automatically in great respect. And when this Vamana reaches where Mahabali is, Baliraj is mighty pleased, looking at him, he says, "What can I do for you? What can I give you? You are a Brahmana and then I am a king, and then what can I give you?" And so this Vamana, this brahmachari says, "I am a brahmachari. I have vrata aparigraha. I don't keep unnecessary things with me. All I need is a little small piece of land with 3 steps of land. That's all I want." "That's all you want?" "Yeah, I need for my meditation and doing. That's all I need." He says, "Do you know who you are talking to? I am Mahabali. I am the emperor, the sovereign of the 3 worlds. And if you want, I can give you the whole earth. I can give you whole heaven. Ask for it." So then Vamana gives him a lesson. He says, "We should not give anything more than what is necessary. And therefore, I just need 3 steps of land." And Baliraja did the sankalpa. And then Vamana became Virat. This was a breach of contract, really speaking. Because he asked for 3 steps of land when he is a dwarf. And when the land is given, he just becomes a cosmic person. In 1 step he measures the entire earth, meaning Ihaloka, this world is measured. In 2nd step, Paraloka, all the rest of the world is measured. All 14 worlds are measured in 2 steps. There is no place left for putting the 3rd step. See, this is, you bring Ishvara into your lap, is what happens. And then Lord Krishna is scolding this Mahabali. Say, "You promised to give me 3 steps of land, and then in 2 steps everything is covered. Where do I put my 3rd step?" So Mahabali says, "Here on my head, there's one place where your step is not there. So you think that this is very unfair, isn't it? What more unfairness can there be than this?" So not only Lord Ramana placed his 3rd foot on the head of his Baliraja, Mahabali, but he pushed him down all the way up to Patala, Rasatala. Most Brahmaji also is flabbergasted and also is disturbed. He says to Lord Narayana, "What is this? He is your devotee, he offered everything to yourself, and this is what you do? This is not fair at all, this is not justice. That he offers you, rob everything from him." He says, "That's what I do. That is what I do with my devotee. I rob all his belongings and all his wealth and possessions and power and fame and everything I take away. Why? So that now his mind will be focused on me. As long as all the possessions are there, so long his mind is distracted there. That Bhagavan doesn't like. He's very possessive Lord. He wants total attention. He doesn't like that attention to be distracted. So he's robbed away everything that can possibly distract the attention so that Baliraja can be totally focused. So it looks like punishment, but sometimes it's blessing in disguise. This is the Baliraja must have a tremendous trust because he was warned. His Guruji told him, "Hey Balai, don't trust him. He's not a brahmachari. Hari, Lord Narayana has come in this form. He will take everything away from you." Then Bali Raja says, "If Hari comes here begging of me, what greater fortune can there be? Certainly I'll give him whatever he wants." But look at the concern that the Guru has for doing the sankalpa. That Bali Raja takes that water little pot and has to pour water in his hand. And the Guru becomes a small little insect, looks like, becomes a mosquito. What is it become? And enters into that, what is it? Spout. So the water is blocked. See, this is how Guru protects his disciple. He protects him from doing the wrong thing, for what he thinks is wrong. But his Vamana is very, I should say cruel, but he's very determined. So he takes his kusha grass and inserts into that spout. The water comes. But anyway, it looks like Ishvara will do whatever is necessary to do to make sure that his devotee is blessed. Except that blessing is not always very pleasant. It can be painful also. This is where the Shraddha is required. Siddhi Siddhyo, Prasad Buddhi is all easier said than done. It is because he is a very tough master. He looks Krishna and dances and then all that, that's all right. But then, it's not easy to really reach him or require him. Then, so Lord Krishna then says further, next one. Next verse. दूरेण ह्यवरं कर्म बुद्धियोगात् धनञ्जय बुद्धिं बुद्धो शरणमन्विच्छ कृपणाः फलहेतवः Buddhi-yogat karma durena shavaram. I'm supposed to give it this way, Every time is always my fault, Tighten the screw. Buddhi-yogat, hey Dhananjaya, Buddhi-yogat karma durena avaram. Buddhi-yogat, now Lord Krishna introduces, still not all right? Not all right? He's a good beautician, So here Lord Krishna introduces the word Buddhi Yoga. So when I start talking, then it moves. But it is nobody's fault. In public I should not reveal a secret. But I know the difficulty there. You know what's the secret? You do regardless of what you do. No. You know something? There is one thing that I do, or I can do which other people cannot do. Is I can do, my ears like that. this thing shifts. That's all right. Yeah, no problem. So Lord Krishna introduced the word Buddhi Yoga. And this is what the word that our Swami liked very much. Because Karma Yoga is Buddhi Yoga. Here the word Buddhi means the attitude. He used to always explain Karma Yoga is the yoga of attitude. So here Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji interprets the word Buddhi in two ways. One is the word Buddhi is the attitude, the right attitude. What's the right attitude? Performing action as an offering to the Lord and receiving the outcome as the praise of the Lord. That's the Buddhi. Oh, that's the attitude. See, values are different and attitudes are different. In Karma Yoga, we are talking about attitude. The values are taken for granted. Meaning that when you perform an action or perform your duty, it is presupposed that your action is performed in keeping with the dharma or the values that is taken for granted. Meaning that here you don't have to tell him that you should be honest and you should follow dharma. So when we perform the duty, we follow the values of dharma, honesty, hard work, fairness, etc. But even that is not enough. In itself, it does not make karma yoga. Along with those values, we also should have the right attitude, which is what Lord Krishna teaches. Because Arjuna does not need to be told that you should be a dharma-atma. Arjuna is a dharma-atma. Pandavas stand for dharma, righteousness. And therefore, a duty is performed in keeping with the values of life or the order prevailing in the universe. But additionally, Buddhi is the right attitude that when you perform even the dharma or the duty, then also there should be the attitude of yoga or offering to Ishvara, Ishvara Buddhi. And further also, when the outcome comes, there is also yoga in terms of prasad buddhi. So this is called buddhi here. Now who can maintain this attitude? Who can perform an action as an offering to the Lord? We want to offer to ourselves. That's called the asuras. They offer to themselves. Devatas offer to devatas. So perform the action as an offering to devatas, not to your ego. Who can do that? The one whose goal is buddhi. So second meaning of the word buddhi is jnanam, is self-knowledge. So buddhi yoga, that also means an action performed as a means of buddhi or as a means of self-knowledge. So understand that ideally a karma yogi is a mumukshu, meaning that what is most valuable to him is self-knowledge. Because in the viveka or the discrimination, that what I am seeking is moksha, liberation, freedom, happiness, and which is to be discovered from my own self. And that being the case, he has vairagya or dispassion for everything else. Meaning that he doesn't want any worldly gains, Putraishana, Vittaishana, Lokaishana, he doesn't want any progeny, meaning that he doesn't want this world or the other world. He doesn't have any worldly desires at all. He has Vairagya. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says that there are two kinds of lokas in our life. One is called the Atma Loka and Anatma Loka. So this universe that consists of the Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, these lokas in the realms, there are Anatma Loka, meaning that they are the nature of non-self, Anatma. And that's what people usually want. People perform their karma with the desire that I may be born in heaven or Brahmaloka or someplace so that I can enjoy eternal happiness. But this is called Viveka or discrimination, where one has discovered, as Lord Krishna says, A Brahma Bhuvanan Loka Punaravartana Arjuna. Here, Arjuna, all the world realms of the Brahma Loka are also subject to the cycle of creation and sustenance and destruction. Mahupetya Kaunteya Punarjana Vidyate, and therefore I am the only worthwhile goal. Nothing else deserves to be the goal. The one who discovered this, he realizes that that goal can be reached by self-knowledge. So knowledge is his ultimate goal. So when he performs karma also, Buddhi Yoga means what? With the attitude or with the desire that may this karma become the means of self-knowledge. And karma can become the means of self-knowledge only when karma is offered to Ishvara. If it is offered to ego or ahankara, it can never become the means of self-knowledge. So the whole package goes together. It would be possible to maintain Ishvara Buddhi and offering to Ishvara. In other words, you can call it the selfless action of Nishkama karma. Only when one does not have kamana or desire for any worldly things. When it's just one desire, that is the mokshata, the desire for moksha. So what Buddhi Yoga is two meanings. One is while performing action, Buddhi Yoga means the right attitude, offering action to Ishvara. And Buddhi Yoga means that the action is performed as a means of self-knowledge. Action such as that is much, much superior than action performed with a desire for a loka, a self-centered motive. Buddho Shanam Vichya. Therefore, Arjuna, may you take refuge into Buddhi, self-knowledge. And therefore, you take refuge into Buddhi, the attitude of yoga. Krupanaha Phalahetava. Those who perform their karma out of desire for these worldly realms or worldly achievements, they are krupanaha, they are miserly people because they do not know what they are missing. So, with karma you can get a worldly thing, with karma you can get moksha also, and then he alone is really intelligent, who performs karma, which has maximum potential that karma has, is moksha. Then why should you perform karma for something? Why should you settle for anything less? They call it opportunity cost. If you have some money with you, maybe $100,000, if different opportunities are there where you can get 20% rate of return, 25% rate of return, 30% rate of return, what will you choose? Or 5% rate of return, what will you choose? Your money, where you get 5% rate of return, you lost 25% because you could have gotten 30%. And then opportunity cost. So when you perform an action for getting all these paltry gains, the worldly gains, you do get some gain, no doubt, but you missed out what? The infinite. In seeking something finite, the opportunity cost is very great. Therefore, those who perform action for this phala with the worldly gain, krupanaha, meaning they are not intelligent people, they are unintelligent people, they are not living life intelligently. Living life intelligently is when the goal is moksha and self-knowledge, and whatever you do is done as a means of that. And that being the case, what do I get from that? Next, Lord Krishna says, there's a great reward. When you perform action with that spirit, what's the reward? So Lord Krishna says, verse number 50. You have to contact a little bit. Is it going out of the screen? No, it's okay, all right. Buddhi yukto jahatiha ubhe sukrita dushkrite tasmad yogaya yujyasva yoga karma kaushalam. Can you read from there, from that distance? Not quite. I see people doing this. Not quite. This has to focus a little better, I think. Then it can be darker. Buddhi yukta. Remember the word buddhi in the previous verse? Where one meaning of the word buddhi is the attitude of Ishvararma buddhi. And second buddhi is what? Self-knowledge. Buddhi yukta. One who is possessed of the buddhi. Meaning that while performing the action, he performed action as an offering to the Lord. And secondly, buddhi, for which the goal is buddhi in terms of self-knowledge. Buddhi yukta, who is endowed with this buddhi, this understanding, this attitude, and this value. Ube sukrat dushkrit iha jahati. The reward is great. See why? Choosing to gratify Ishvara instead of gratifying the ego, two choices are there. So when we choose that buddhi or Ishvara buddhi, meaning gratifying Ishvara, ube sukra dushkrite iha jahati, one gives up, jahati, ube sukra dushkrite, sukrita and dushkrita, punya and papa, meaning that one becomes free from the effect of punya and papa. See, usually, when you perform a karma or action, an action brings about a result. So when I perform an action, I am a karta, doer. The one who is a karta or doer right now becomes a bhokta or experiencer when the result comes, outcome comes. So karta becomes a bhokta, and then when I experience the outcome, then I react to the outcome with either success or failure, elation or depression, raga or dvesha, which creates that is a reaction, which creates further action, which creates further reaction. So this is how karma is called binding. When the karma that I perform makes me a bhokta or experiencer of the result of action. But here Lord Krishna teaches a great secret. How to be a karta without becoming a bhokta. If you are a bhokta experiencer, then there will be pleasure, pain, and there will be raga, dvesha. But then, buddhi yukto jahati. When you perform the action as an offering to Ishvara, then you are a karta all right. But Sukrata Duskruta, you no more are accountable for the Sukrata or Duskruta, the Punya Papa outcome of the result. You are not a Bhokta. See, that's why you break the chain. If Kartrutva brings about Bhoktrutva, then it brings about Kartrutva, that's the chain called bondage. But the way to break that chain is that you are Karta all right. What kind of Karta? As a devotee of Ishvara who makes an offering to Ishvara. In that case, you are not accountable for the outcome of Punya or Papa. And when this process leads to Buddhi, self-knowledge, then of course you become free from a Kartrutva, even sense of doership, in which case, in a primary sense, you become free from the Sukrata Duskruta. That's called Mokta, Iha, right here, meaning that you get liberated while you are here, while alive. Tasmad Yoga, just therefore, here Arjuna, Yoga Yujasva, therefore, may you devote yourself to yoga. Well, let self-knowledge be your goal. Keeping that goal in mind when you perform the action, let your action become an offering to Ishvara. Yoga karma su kaushalam. Let yoga, the right attitude, is the kaushalam, is the real skill in an action. So what's the skill in action? Which makes the action a means of moksha. Action is usually a means of bondage, changes the nature of karma, which is normally a source of bondage, makes it a means of freedom. So this is how Lord Krishna teaches the Karma Yoga in the second chapter of the Gita. A little review of some of the verses we did. Well, there is one more verse also we did. No, we have read two more. We'll leave it to Swami. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Manapurana Ishvaro Gururatmedi Murti Veda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Is there a vote of thanks? Or may I do the vote of thanks? Or your job I should not take up. Or Ashok will do that. No, the vote of thanks is that I should thank or congratulate, I should say, rather than thanking, the whole Arsha Vidya team. Which made this event not only possible, but which converted the event into a whole celebration, festival and celebration. A very fitting tribute to Puja Swami, that his dream has come true, and that the opening ceremony also, very fitting ceremony. And so not only we had the Homa and the mantra and the Dhanam, we had a whole festivity, celebration, everybody joined. And the priests also were very instrumental in creating the festive atmosphere, and all of you also joined there. I'm extremely happy with what has happened this morning. It shows a great auspiciousness, great blessing. And therefore I'm sure that sitting there, wherever he is, we are enjoying the blessing of Puja Swamiji, and I am sure that the purpose for which this hall is built is going to be served. I myself had my own questions and doubt, but looking at the whole thing today, I am pretty sure that Puja Swamiji's dream will definitely come true. We congratulate everybody and thank you. Now Ashokji is going to come forward and make a presentation for a few minutes.
Pranam to Swamiji and pranam to everybody else. As Swami mentioned, Puja Swamiji's vision has come true. And actually, the way I look at it, first of all, I want to thank every one of you. The major donors here, Piyush Bhai, Avantika Band, Amitabh Patel, and there are other donors who have given quite a bit of financial help to have this project complete. But each and every donor is very important to us. If you see a building, each brick is important. If some bricks are missing,